Right, it gives me great pleasure to introduce episode 117 of the Sussex by the Sea ISTHMIAN Prem fan roundtable. Amongst my superb guests, Rob from Folkestone, Aarron from Hashtag, John the Canvey Ultra, Ian, Haringey's finest fanzine writer, and Harvey from Lewes. First of all, good evening, gentlemen.
Hi.
Evening, Chris.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening.
None of us can get a Valentine's Day, but we're not going to go there. Right. First of all, as I said to you, first thing we do, Harvey, is anyone that's new on this podcast, we just get them to talk about how they fell in love with their club and those sort of feelings. So how did you fall in love with the wonderful Lewes?
Well, it was around, I think a lot of similar stories of people, especially my age, around post-COVID. Kind of football was coming back, the Premier League and stuff wasn't back, but all the non-league leagues were around, and we thought, oh yeah, let's go. Me and my friends thought, oh, let's go watch Lewes, and it kind of carried on from there because I heard we got a new manager around a couple of years ago, and the way he plays football is very good, and we kind of got hooked from there. So it's been about going on 3 years since I've been going regularly, and I've ended up getting quite involved. I do some of the stuff for the match day programs and stuff, and it's good fun.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, no, I love a match day program, so you're well in there. Right, and so shall we start? Let's start with John and Canvey. So since we've last been on, John, you've got stuff by Enfield, but then also you've got a great result against Billericay, who seemed to lose the plot when they were playing you. So I don't know what you're up to. So I mean, tell us, John, about the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, of course. So I mean, I think as I've sort of touched on before when I've been on here, it's just a massively bipolar nature of our season, really. Enfield. It was a strange one, Enfield, because I feel like, don't get me wrong, I suppose on the overall basis of things in the second half, we probably deserved to lose the game. But first half, we actually played really well. We sort of more than matched them. Sort of started to look a bit more like a unit, an outfit again. Only to end up throwing that away in the second half. I mean, yeah, they come out, they were determined, took their chances. So I think it was obviously a little bit deflating for everyone involved afterwards. I think a few people were a bit disgruntled, but then you know what I thought to myself, well, I'm going to be away next week, so I reckon we're guaranteed to win. It's always starts law. Yeah, I missed the best game of the season, and yeah, Ricky come to town again, and the first time I've done double over them since I think it was about 2014 last time we did that. So. Like you say, they just seem to lose their rag with us. Yeah. I mean, I've sort of heard everything back from the people who were there. I've seen the goals back thanks to lovely girl who captures all of our goals. And we seem to set up, play really well, took our chances when they come. So hopefully that gives us a bit of a springboard to do something, really, coming into the next couple of games. I mean, I think we wanted to keep the momentum going, but obviously the most cursed fixture of the season seems to be Lewes at home at the moment because we just can't get on. Whether it's rain, snow, cut, postponement, it just seems like the most cursed fixture we could have. So hopefully we do actually get to play them at some point this century. But yeah, now we'll focus on Margate on Saturday. So a bit more positive going into that one, really, especially with players coming back, key players in the defence and that as well.
Yeah, you got a fancy Margate, ain't you?
Yeah, of course, mate.
She's too.
We're going for the Beano, mate. So the Dolphins coming out.
Just say Terry was only coming on it if they won yesterday and their game got called off. So because she's at it with saying the same thing every week about Margate. Thanks for that, John. I'll tell you who we talk to now. Let's talk to Aarron from Hashtag. So since you've been on, you lost to Horsham, you beat Aveley in the Essex Cup, and you got a very good draw against Carl Shorten, seeing as you were, I'm sure, were you not 2-0 down in that game?
Yeah, we looked great.
Yeah. So tell us, Aaron.
So the Horsham game, I'm trying to think how it started. So we scored quite early into the game. Pedro scored pretty decent finish, to be fair. And then second half, they've got a centre. Is he centre half? And Horsham done before. Charlie Hestercook, he's always one that's always around everywhere. He's in the box. He's back. He's a very good player. He scored some absolute worldie, which we couldn't really complain really. And then pretty sure they scored a free kick, the 80th minute. Someone come on and scored a free kick.
Mm.
And again, it's a great free kick. It's just annoying, really. The Averley game was wow. We came in thinking, right, obviously we want to win out of this. I don't mind pens, you know what I mean? They didn't start an amazing.
I hate pens, particularly after last night. But anyway, carry on.
It's content. It's content. We then started quite well, to be fair. We were quite on top. It was quite an equal first and second half, to be fair. And then just one lucky through ball from Sack. Set Luke one-on-one with the keeper. Keeper rushed out. He chipped him. 91st minute winner. Everyone's going mental behind the goal. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure now that's what led us up to our game next Tuesday against Cole U. So I cannot wait. We've got Cole U away in the Essex semi-final, which is massive. Literally, I can't wait for that game. It's going to be crazy. And then this weekend, Carshalton in absolutely torrential rain, which was not fun to try drum. We started so slow in the first half, and they took two chances and took them really well. The first one was it come out to the box, and obviously where it's zipping on the wet Astro, he's just smacked it from edge of the box. It's curled into the top left, and then they scored again with a header from a free kick that maybe wasn't a free kick, but it resulted in the goal. Then second half, we were way more up for it. The keeper somehow the ball come to Misha, he's beat his man, he's had a shot, it's gone right down the neck of the keeper, but it's just gone through his legs and through his hands and just gone in.
Oh, love it.
And we're just like, I mean, okay. And then obviously from that, we were giving the keeper stick just straight away, like, oh, you're going to catch it, mate, you're going to catch it. And then he made a great safety fair right by the end, and it fell to Misha, who just smashed it on the half volley, 89th minute, bang, straight in the net, and we got a very, very good point out of it. And we weren't very happy the fact of how poor we were in the first half. We deserved a draw out of it. We could have maybe got a win out of it, but the way we started in the first half, we would have taken draw any point at half time. But yeah, and we had BANTZ League called off last night, which was fun. I got down to London and they called it off.
Yeah, who did you have? You had
BANTZ League in the Velocity Cup quarters, and they did a 2 p.m. inspection. Ref said, yeah, fine. Then they're like, we'll do a 5:30 one when it's a 2.5 hour drive, and we're just like, okay, we'll start going. We won't go over the bridge.
No.
And we got to London and Bosh game off.
I wish they'd have called our game off yesterday, but that's another story. I'll get to that. Go on.
But no, we've got Wingate and Finch on the weekend, who, when we played them at home, it was quite a tight match, to be fair. They've got that Ruben Carvalho, who's quite decent. But yeah, I mean, I've had their food's nice, so that's one positive out of it.
That's it.
But yeah, apart from that, nothing else really. It's sort of, we've had a bit up and down last few weeks. Good cup win. And we've got Wingate and then we've got Colchester next Tuesday, which is going to be amazing.
No, well, yeah. Particularly, you take a few. Is it at Colchester or at your
place?
It's
at Colchester. It's at the ground.
Oh, nice.
I think
it's a nice ground. I've been there before.
I've never been before. I've never been.
No, nice ground.
Yeah, I think we've booked out. I think there's about 20 of us who have booked tickets already, and there are quite a few more who have booked tickets in other blocks. But I know there are quite a few people coming down who are from that culture to sort of way. It should be good to go meet everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Yeah. Right then. Okay, let's go on to Folkestone. Right, Rob. You ain't been on for ages. You ain't been on for ages. Lovely seeing you again.
No. And you.
Your boys are we're turning it around somewhat. You know, we got looking at a comfortable win against Billericay.
Yeah.
Those Hastings old boys, Mr. David Smith and Kane Penn getting goals for you. We're helping you out there. And then 2 late goals against Cray, was it? Or was it the other way around?
No, they got 2 the other way around.
The other way around, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, talk to me about it. Come on, talk to me about it.
Okay, right. So Tuesday night, it was my birthday as well. So yeah, I'm not going to say it ruined it, but we playing really well. We went 2-0 up, 1-0 up at half time, and then got second goal in the second half. Weather was like atrocious, really bad. And then, so I would say probably the last 15 minutes, maybe last 10 minutes of the game, there's a pretty innocuous challenge on the edge of the area on a Cray player. and he didn't really make much of a meal of it. The referee, he waved play on, and then when the move came to the end, he pulled the game back and gave our player a second yellow, sent him off. Everyone was a bit like, what, where'd that come from? It really wasn't much of a challenge at all.
I've got some talk about refereeing, mate. You don't,
yeah.
Wow. So please go on, Rob. I'll tell you some beautiful stuff. Anyway,
they're livid. I'm not joking. They're literally livid. I try to be calm and collected about it all, really, but on the night I was steaming angry because he just let the game. He just completely lost control of the game, and he just let the game go to pot. And then they pulled a goal back from the free kick they got.
Yeah.
And I'm playing 10 men, and then they're just sort of piling it on. The conditions got worse, and you could sort of see something happening. But it was coming towards the 90th minute, and then I was thinking he's going to give about 4 minutes here, and he gave 8 minutes. Everyone was just like, "What the fuck? Where did you get that from?" It's like you'd laugh, honestly. You didn't cry, but yeah, 8 minutes.
But yeah, go
on. And they got the equaliser in with the literally last kick of the game. Because they just like went for it. Yeah. Then again, we should have, when you're 2-0 up, you want to be able to see the game through, but you can't blame the referee for everything. But I mean, I don't like to blame the referee particularly, but he had a shocker. He did.
You haven't seen shockers yet. You haven't seen shockers yet, Rob.
I'm not sure.
That Lewes game. But anyway, we're not going to go to that yet. But what about the Billericay win? What about the Billericay win?
You're very good, mate. No, very good. Yeah, we've had some decent wins. We've won at Enfield and Billericay. So I mean, in fact, since New Year's Day when we played Margate, which at that time when we played them, we were pretty much level points, level games, and I was thinking, it's going to go either way, us or them get dragged down into it, and we've sort of gone polar opposites really. We picked up good results. We've had a few draws in there. We've lost too many games, and we look like we're going to be fine. It doesn't look like we're going to be in any sort of trouble at all, really. Just finish as high as we can, maybe mid-table finish. Be happy with that. But yeah, it's really since the New Year, New Year's Day, and it's sort of changed around. So because we were on a bad run,
getting a few goals, isn't he? I mean, he's
a goal machine, isn't he? Smithy. He is. He's brilliant. Brilliant in the box, and he's a fox in the box, Smithy. And he's found his groove.
He didn't want to score for us, Rob. He just needed to be Folkestone again, didn't he?
He needs to feel the love, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, he didn't feel the love in Hastings. Yeah, there's not much love in Hastings.
No. He needs to play with a partner, really. We've had him up front on his own, and when he's played in a free up front and he's playing down the middle, he doesn't really, unless he has someone really close to him to link up with. He's a bit of a chocolate fire guard. But we've got this lad Tom Derry playing for us, and I don't know if you know much about him, but he's very sort of physical, really good in the air.
He's a lump. He's a lump, is he?
Flick off everything. He's a bit of a lump, yeah. He's a bit of a lump, and he's really like handy. He can bring the ball down, and he's laying it off. And Dave's just like, he's well happy with that. So this is really where all Dave's goals are coming from Tom Derry's flick-ons, and it's working. It's a good little partnership. It's like Phillips and Quinn.
I'll note that. I'll tell Aggie. I'll tell our boss that. All right. A bit of scouting done already there.
Yeah.
Who you got Saturday then?
So who we got Saturday? I think we got. I got offered to go. Is it Canvey?
I'm going to cheat now, and I'll find out for you. And through the joy of editing, no one will ever know, Rob.
Is it? Is it or is it Whitehawk? See, I don't know. It's Whitehawk, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah, where at your place?
At Whitehawk.
No, at Whitehawk. Yeah.
All right, and you're not going?
I'm not going, mate. No, I'm definitely not going. No, I can't. It's half term, and it's everyone's on high alert.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not going Potter's Bar. I can't go, but that's just I'm skint. I've spent too much money on football.
And that,
yeah. What this beer, it costs lots of money. All right, well, cheers for that, Rob. I'll tell you what. We'll go Ian as we do you at the end, and then after that I'll say a few things about Hastings. Probably start crying at some point, but that's just me. Ian, so we've got. I'm looking at your results here. Some very tight defeats. Like we obviously just losing by the 1 goal to Bognor, just losing 1-0 to Horsham, who are a very dangerous team, and getting I think a decent draw against Whitehawk. I mean, you need wins now, but at least you got a point. But please tell us, Ian.
Yeah, so the draw against Whitehawk was actually really disappointing. It was sort of, I mean, probably one of the most disappointing results we've had all season because Whitehawk didn't really look like doing anything at all throughout the game. They were all right in the first half. It was kind of even, and then we got our noses in front. And then with about sort of 15 minutes to go, Taj Kennedy, James Collins, who's a young lad we've got on loan from Watford, he played Taj Kennedy in only the keeper to beat, and he just falls over. And then, sort of like 5 minutes later, Whitehawk are down the other end, and they take a pop shot, takes a deflection, and somehow just goes through Dylan Barnes' hands. And it was just incredibly gutting draw because it really ought to have been 3 points. And that's really the problem. We're competing in every game we're in at the moment. Nobody's really battering us. I didn't go to Horsham last night, but that looked a little bit one-sided. But by all accounts, when we played Bognor Regis, that was quite close. We had a draw against Folkestone where neither side really had any chances. And yeah, draw against Concord Rangers, which should have been 3 points as well. So
what, Concord managed to play a game? Bloody hell!
Yeah, I mean that's.
Was it at Concord, by the way, or was it at your place?
That was at Concord.
Oh, well. Did you go to the game?
No, I didn't make that. It was on a Tuesday night.
What would that smell been like?
Yeah, silly yourself like.
But yeah, so that's really it. Like the last sort of the story, the actual league table says 3 points in 6 games, which is not good enough if we want to have a chance of staying up. The actual performances, it's a lot better than that. But unfortunately, at some point, we're going to need to start converting decent performances into results. One thing that is looking up for us at the moment is we've got a few players in on loan. We've got a lad from Cambridge United who looks pretty decent in defence. We've got called Dan Carey-Evans. We've got James Collins on loan from Watford, he just looks like a footballer. Like he sort of does a lot of running around and making himself a nuisance. And we've also seen the return of Ben Allen, who is my favourite Borough player because he's just an absolute total shithouse 100% of the time, full on. And it's wonderful to see. It's just, if you want to see like somebody...
A few of those play for Lewes shithouses, but yeah, we'll get to that game. Go on. Sorry,
yeah, we've got a lot of those. We've got quite a few of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he's a lot of fun to watch. Like, and he seems to just lean into this like, I'm just pointlessly being a dick to goalkeepers, and So
everyone needs one on their side, didn't they? Let's face it. We got that in a boy in our midfield called Charlie Edwards, and I think that was literally the sole reason our manager brought him in. Said, "Yeah, I just need a bit of a git in the midfield."
I do think in general we have a problem where we're too nice. So Ben Allen is doing his best to sort of rectify that.
Nice.
But yeah, so decent performances, but not the results at the moment. Which I mean, we are, as things stand, I think we're pretty doomed. I mean, we need to start. Like the thing is, we're still not any further away from the end of the relegation zone than we were 6 games ago. It's still about 5 points, and 2 or 3 wins together, and we're out of there. But the problem is, we just can't seem to do that.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a tough run of fixtures you had there. So I mean, it does. I know I'm saying this and she's not on, but it does look like Margate's absolutely sinking like a stone.
And Kingstonian too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think just the fact that Concord have so many games means they'll probably get some results. But I mean, it's going to be 4 out of the 5 of us, I think, with Chas and the other team in the mix. When it gets harder for us on Saturday because we got Hornchurch.
Got Hornchurch.
Yeah.
Well, they're an iffy team. We've got them after you, actually. Can you break all their legs, please? Because we're a bit of a wobble at the moment.
Get a few Ben Allen elbows in there for him, mate.
I'm just a bit gutted to see Mike O'Donoghue. I will be gutted to see Mike O'Donoghue playing for the opposition.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gutted about Tyler Christian Law playing for Hornchurch because he was not an impressive midfielder for us. But or Femi Akinwanda. So we got our forward David Rodari's on last time. He needs to get one more booking and he's going to get a ban, and he's going to get booked against Potter's Bar, and then he'll miss Hornchurch, and then it'll be like, how on earth are we going to score a goal? But there you go. Sorry, Ian, I'm butting in on you there, mate. Any more?
That's all right. I think I'm done.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How's the fanzine going, by the way? What's going on? Is it the latest one out now?
Yeah, so we've not quite sold it out. Still available via our utb.bigcartel.com.
Say that again. Bloody hell, that was a bit quick. Go on. So
utb.bigcartel.com.
Oh, okay. So it's online only.
No. It's a paper fanzine.
Oh,
but we can post it to you.
Oh, okay. All right. So what?
Yeah, so we've nearly sold it out. Sold about 100 odd copies of that, which is pretty good. Got lots of positive feedback.
That's impressive.
Probably more positive feedback for this one than any other fanzine we've done. So that's pretty nice.
Have you got like any pictures in it? I mean, like, have you got like a page 7 fella? I mean, who's any sort of centerfold? No, sorry,
unfortunately
I'm
not.
showing my age here, mate. Go on.
I don't know. Maybe George Sambu. He would be our
page 7 fella.
Boy. But maybe that's one for
issue
12.
These days. Yeah. No, thank you. Sorry, I'm going off into a tangent there. Anyway. Right. I know Harvey wants to speak now because those gits at Lewes took 6 points off us this season. But the last couple of weeks, Lewes I've never understood actually what was going on at Lewes, because I thought you lot were destined to make the playoffs, even though you're quite an annoying team. I say that in the nicest way. But like, and then you'd lose games where I'm thinking, how are you losing that one? But that goes for quite a lot of the clubs in this league. So
yeah,
I'm seeing here you got Wingate and Finchley where you lost comfortably at 3-0. Then you got it would appear lost comfortably again against Billericay, and then obviously you got that very decent result against Hastings at the Pilot Field with the help of a ref and 2 linesmen, but the help of the Hastings defenders as well. So please, over to you, Harvey. Please go on. Talk to me about the last couple of weeks of football. That's okay. No worries. Just start again, mate.
Sorry, yeah, my internet's really dodgy.
Your internet is dodgy. Is that because you're looking at those naughty channels, mate?
The way is really nah. Anyway,
all right, go on.
The way we lose these games, like we've shipped about 15, 16 goals in 4 games or whatever it is. To around this time of year, we seem to we start the year really well. We win 3 or 4 in a row, and then it will drop off massively. So we did that at the earlier point of the season. We lost to Concord 4-1 or something, and now again we've lost to Billericay twice and a few other games. But we always seem to make it hard for ourselves, because then we go on this little run in February, March, April to try and make a little push, but we kind of do ourselves over at the start of the season. Because the Billericay game away, especially, I went to that. We lost 5-0, and it was just such a weird game because like we played Bognor a few days before, I think, on New Year's Day, and we only won 1-0, but we played quite well. And then the same week, we were like, oh yeah, I'll get a result against Billericay, I'll be happy with that. And then we just have random off days, and it seems to kind of translate into massive dips in form, which is what's happened the past few weeks. But yeah, obviously last Saturday I
wanted to talk about your defeats first, but you want to go straight to the Hastings game. I don't worry. Go on. Talk about the Hastings game. Go on. I'll set my medicine here. Don't worry, mate. Go on.
Well, it becomes part of that, because the way when we're in these bad little slumps, we think, oh yeah, it just never seems to end. And we went up to Hastings thinking, oh yeah, they'll probably do us here because we're the way we play. And our main striker, his name's Tommy Wood. He was dropped, I think, we played Coshalton at home, and he was dropped. And then he was dropped again against Billericay at home, and he was also dropped against Hastings. So we ended up playing Kieran Murtagh, his name is, up front, and I think he's 35, and he's a CDM, and he played up front.
Oh, you're making me feel worse.
This might be a long day. But he ended up playing really well.
Yeah. Well, we played him. It does help when our centre half ends it to him. But yeah, go on, mate. Go on. Sorry, I'm cutting in. Sorry, I must stop that. Please. Yeah. Sorry, Harvey, go on, mate.
No, it's fine. No, you're fine. I waffle on a lot, so.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but we played a whole pretty makeshift team, really, with a makeshift striker. But he ended up playing quite well. And yeah, I do think there was a lot of reactions on social media and stuff. There's a lot of reactions on social media about the officiating, which obviously I'm
going to get there, mate. But I want you to talk about your great win. Go on, please.
Yeah, but with the help of potentially refs and stuff. But I think we played quite well. I think that the team kind of gelled together quite well, and we knew it was going to be like a scrappy game, and it was, but we kind of dug in quite well, which is something we don't really do a lot, because especially when we go behind, we kind of drop our heads a lot and it gets worse and worse. But we started well. I think if we start a game well, which we did, then we can kind of get a good result. And I think hopefully, I mean, I think we've got Chatham on the weekend. We can kind of carry on from there, because if we play like that, we should be fine.
Please beat them. I can't stand Chatham. Please beat them.
Yeah, yeah. Also, we had a couple last season. He was at Cray, so he was at Lewes. His name's Jamie Maskell, the left back. He was at Lewes for a good, I think, the whole season last season. Then he went to Cray Wanderers, and now he's just joined Chatham. And we've got he was at Hornchurch briefly as well, actually. And he seems to like react, because we played Cray first game of the season this season, and he kind of got involved with the crowd, and it made us like a little rivalry thing, which is all good fun, obviously. But he now plays for Chatham, so hopefully you get a tackle or something on him, and because he seems to react badly to the Lewes fans. It's quite weird.
What can you say? I mean, are you going to go to the Chatham game?
It's at home, so yeah.
Oh, it's at home.
We played them away already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went to that. We lost the Chatham game away dreadfully as well. We lost that 3-0, I think.
Well, is that all you're going? Right, come on. You've beat Hastings. You took 6 points off us. Is that all you're going to say about that win? Well, I was expecting far worse than that.
No, I mean, I don't like to rag on teams, really. I mean, I do, but I don't. Yeah. You know what I mean.
You're being nice. You're being nice.
I don't. In all honesty, I don't remember. Apart from the goals and stuff, obviously, I don't remember much of the game because I was quite pissed. But you know.
Well, that's good.
I was watching it back.
Well, I hope you didn't bring your own in, and you bought lots of beer at the clubhouse. You brought your own.
Yeah, we did. We were talking about that as well. We bought beer. The way Hastings is set up, it's a nice ground. It's a nice little clubhouse and a nice ground. We were talking about that. It's good. But yeah, I don't remember a ton of the game.
We've all been there. Don't worry, Harvey. We've all had that situation.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember the game, but I'll take. Well, so you've already spoke about Chatham, so I'll just quickly go into my one. So it's been a great week in the Hastings last couple of weeks. Hang on, right. So we played Horsham at the Pilot Field, and we got scored by Horsham. A player that doesn't play for us anymore, Tommy Penfold, scored another own goal. I think he was playing against you, wasn't he, Tommy Penfold?
He did, yeah.
He did, yeah. That was his last game for Hastings, funnily enough. I'll leave that there. He's no longer at the club. We also had a guy called Joseph Giabi, who was in defence at the Horsham game, and he's no longer at the club. So, yeah, we've had some defensive issues. Horsham are very good. They're a good team. They're quite an awkward team, but they sussed us out. Decent press. Old John Meaney, somebody who was assistant coach at Hastings, a lovely man. They're about to have him and his missus are about to have a kid. I can't say enough nice things about John Meaney. He's at Horsham, an excellent coach there, and he absolutely schooled us tactically. And we never really looked in the game. Absolute worthy winners. Then we move on to. I'm gonna cry now. I'm gonna cry. So we got. Then we move on to the Lewes game. So from my perspective, I was working the match day commentary first half. I must say, 2,700 people at the game. Great stuff. Lots of Lewes there as well.
Yeah.
Some good support from your boys. Great to see that many people at the ground. I think the omens were clear when the commentary kept breaking up all the time. We had to pack it in at half time, the commentary, because the tech issues were going haywire. But particularly first goal, a direct pass from one of your lads. Defender headed it. You're not going to remember any of this because you were already probably drunk. But and then one of your lads played a great ball into the chap that scored in the end.
It was that's our kind of makeshift striker.
I mean, the 35-year-old central defensive midfielder, yeah. But
yeah, that's the one.
To be honest, it was cool as a cucumber. A lovely, well-taken goal on a pitch that really I felt the game should have been called off. It was it was that bad, like really heavy pitch. But financially, it was excellent for the club that we got the game going. So maybe we take that medicine that we lose the game. In the game itself, but in terms of the ref, just to quickly add on to I know everyone complains about a referee, but I'll give you a couple of examples. Right, first of all, the linesman indicated to the fans that Lewes were 3-1 up at one point. He turned round to the fans and was indicating to the Hastings fans 3-1 up. Yeah, so that was one of the things that didn't go down well with the Hastings fans. But I must say we got a hilarious sending off. Jack Dixon. There was you've got. I think it's your
I saw that.
Your left back. Is it your left back who just doesn't like standing up very much? He likes to fall on the floor a lot. And our winger, Freddie Legg, kept trying to go near him.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was anticipating contact a lot. Anyway, so ill discipline from Hastings. We eventually lost it because the ref wasn't picking it up with all the stuff that was going on. Jack Dixon had a tantrum, started pounding the ground. So obviously the ref's coming over to him to book him for dissent. Yeah. And as he does it, Jack Dixon claps him, and then the ref sends him off within seconds. So you could say within the letter of the law, yes, fine, you've clapped him, you should go off. But I just felt that he could have just took the oxygen out of the situation a little bit and just said, look, button it or you're going off the pitch, But didn't happen, kind of made it a little bit about him, the game. From a Hastings perspective, that's all we really remember is the ref. We had John Ufer clean through. Last man, your lad, took John Ufer down. It's probably about 30-ish yards out. Took him out. And the momentum of the ball, and because John's a fairly honest player, is he kind of rolled down and got up again to run. So the ref waved play on. And then 5 yards later, the next last man took him out again.
Gets taken out again.
So yeah, and I don't know if you've seen the highlights yet, but and then what happens is, do we see any red cards? No, we don't. He books both players that have done those challenges, but he then takes the free kick back where the first offence happened. It's like, well, you waved play on. I didn't understand what was going on there. I mean, there was quite a lot of things that he was doing, and that I think our manager's going to be getting a certain amount of match bans probably soon, because we're not happy with the refereeing. But equally not happy defensively. We did gift you a couple of goals. Obviously, the third goal was where we would just pushed everyone forward, and you guys were trying to waste time as any other team would do towards the end, and so you finished the game off, and well done to you. I think I'm more annoyed with the ref than, like, yes, Lewes have taken 6 points, so you've got bragging rights, but yeah, that was slightly annoying. And then we move on to Ashford in the Velocity Champions League. We struggle to score against Ashford and lose on penalties, and it's not been the best week for Hastings United, but that's why we follow football, didn't we, for the ups and downs.
Yeah. Chris, what was the what sort of side did you put out for the Ashford game? Was it a very strong side?
Good side. Should have won.
Yeah.
Well, on paper, should have won. I was impressed with Ashford, and it's the last time I was there was before they did the pitch up. So because it was, I don't know anyone that's ever been Ashford, but I'm sure a few of you have. It was like a minefield of an Astro.
They had a carpet fit, didn't they?
It's not.
That's what I heard.
It's lovely.
It's beautiful now. Yeah, it's beautiful now. But I had a room they had a carpet company do it before. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. And with typical Ashford, though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it's they just set up defensively, but we just couldn't break them down. And we were, one. I mean, we've all been there, lads. That one of those games where we're not passing the ball quick enough, passive, and we're almost like we're waiting for Ashford to make a mistake. And it was like they'd done really well, they defended well, and they had a couple of chances. But then our penalties. I think the second penalty went up into the went nearly over the stand, and it was like, oh, here we go. So it's a lottery, isn't it? So that's us out of that. That's the treble's off, the double's still on. We've still got the Sussex Cup and the league to win, but it's not looking as likely. But those playoff spots, it is. I mean, it is anyone's. I mean, I'm strongly favouring sort of like your Horshams and your Enfields for those spots. But I mean, what do you guys think? Who's going to get those spots in the end?
Yeah, sure, comes down to momentum, really, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, you say I think with Horshams little games in hand, and now I don't know. There's still got games in hand, Horsham. I think, you think they were going to put together.
They've got 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they can sort of put together a run on that, then I think you probably have to look at them at the very least grabbing that last spot. But, it can all just be about who can string together some kind of form at this time of year. I mean, with Enfield, I mean, they can be up and down their results. And I think they've still got those European games, the Phoenix Trophy to slot in as well, haven't they? So, it's just... Yeah, that's it, exactly. So, again, it can all just come down to say who can set up best, organised. I mean, we had that last year really, where we just kept momentum together, and that's what forced us further and further up. So yeah, but I mean, like I say, it seems like the only sort of clear sides really at the moment up there are obviously Chapman, Horsham. Other sides, yeah, just with the nature of this league, they can throw in absolute horror shows one week and then seem like world beaters the next. Yeah, I mean, you can say the same at the bottom, really, I guess, as well. It's like who ever gets some form together now out of that will be the ones who escape, but it's just who does it. Yeah. It's a lottery.
Go on, Harvey, you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, yeah, Hornchurch and Chatham are definitely, obviously Hornchurch definitely. Chatham and Billericay, I think, are pretty good bets as well. But those last two spots, I think, are always. It was like this last season as well. A lot of those last two spots are very tight because there's something like 6 points between fourth and ninth or something like that. But there's the way this league is, again, with the Velocity Cups and the County Cups and the Europe, it can all kind of come down to the last few weeks because everyone's played, all the cup games are over, and everyone's focusing just on the league, and it's just about who can kind of get some momentum. Because even teams nearer the bottom, or not the bottom, nearer the mid-table, like Dulwich, I wouldn't even fully count them out yet, because the way it's just that this league is so, like, I can't think of the word now, but it changes so quickly, where it can kind of, one week every team can lose at the top, and one week, the next week, every team can win. So it's very hard to call. That's why I think, especially nearer the start of the season, people think, like, if you win a couple of games in September, October, you think, oh yeah, we're going to easily get the playoffs or something, and you can't really call it until much later in the season.
I mean, even Canvey, if they win their 3 games in hand, they're 1 point behind Hastings.
I want to be very optimistic. People were optimistic.
Look at him smiling. Yeah, go on.
We'll see. I mean, like I say, we're the sort of team who can beat Billericay quite comfortably and then go and lose to Margate on Saturday. So it's, again, like you say, it's consistency. That's what we got to try and sort. But yeah, like I say, it could be anyone's race at the moment. It's just who's got the grit to see it through now.
Yeah,
Concord win their 7 games in hand, they're in the playoffs.
True.
Let's see if I can get them 7 games on. It was like last year in the South. Like, I think they ended up playing, for about 3 weeks consecutive, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and it looked like they were almost going to do it until about 2 games from the end when they lost Haringey at home. And we just lost to Aveley at that point in the playoffs. And I was like, oh, thank you, God, I needed something to cheer me up.
Okay, lads. Any stuff around your clubs that you want to bring up, mention, anything coming up in the next couple of weeks?
What to say, one thing really. We've signed, I don't know if everyone's seen all the controversy at Potter's Bar. We've just signed that lad, the guy called Jermaine, who was at Potter's Bar, tried to go abroad. Potter's Bar basically messed up his documents and stuff, didn't let him go. He then left Potter's Bar and joined us. And when I was actually at Waker and he was there, I remember he's got a brace against Canvey. Sorry, John.
Don't rub it in, mate.
Everyone does it something.
we were 1-0 up. He scored a great goal. Then when it was 2-2, 90th minute, he scores the winner, runs over to us, jumps on us. Amazing day. And he walked out that tunnel to go train on his debut. Saw me, massive smile, big hug. Very, very, very good player. He could go pro any time. He's a right back. He can play right mid. Got a great cross on him, great strike on him. He's a very, very good player
as well. And he gets down them flanks really quick and all, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're not his agent, are you, Aaron?
No, I'm his agent.
Oh, okay.
Filling himself up to be, especially if he goes pro. That's it. Break it in time. Get them agents' fees.
All right, yeah. So he's playing for you. All right, okay.
Where was he meant to go abroad? Is there any idea where he was going to go?
Pretty sure. I think it was like Turkey or something.
Yeah.
He had the chance to sign pro. He'd done all the training out there, and then they just messed up his documents and didn't let him go for the contract shut, for the window shut.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, because on the European spectrum, I mean, that's not the worst standard of football. I mean, normally when you see players from ISTHMIAN end up playing in Europe, it tends to either be somewhere sort of deep in the Scandinavian wilderness or in like the Faroe Islands or something, doesn't it? So I'd say it would be a good move, but
one of my mates just went. One of my mates just went pro from. He was at Saffron Walden, and he just signed a pro contract in Kosovo.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
What's that name? Out of curiosity, because I love to keep up with these sort of stories.
Darnell. Oh, what, the guy that we signed, or?
Oh no, the one who's gone pro in Kosovo.
Oh, Darnell Katambo.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Very
Actually,
good
yeah, he
player.
was fighting around the Essex senior and that quite a bit, wasn't he? I think he's been at a few clubs there that way.
Yeah,
Hasn't he?
it was with when I was down at the local. He was down there for a bit.
Oh, decent.
He's
Oh,
an
fair play.
agent, isn't he?
That's
He's
good.
an agent.
Who is that?
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's good to have an agent on. We used to have an agent on, old agent MALC, but he's at Ramsgate these days. Anyone else? Anything else to mention, guys? Or I'll finish up.
No, I don't think so.
I ain't got really got anything, mate. Unless you want to hear about how I was in Hamburg, but
Oh no, that's true. Yeah, you went to Hamburg.
Stories, right? So, yeah, no, that was a fun old time. I mean, actually watching. Well, I say we was going to watch the equivalent of Eastmian standard football because we were going to watch our old Toner out there, the one who got the League Cup with Dulwich, but in typical non-league fashion, it was rained off. So we ended up watching something equivalent to county level in the end, and that's where I was kind of half checking my phone and almost crying because I'd left the country and would beat lyrically 3-0, but a few beers on the radio bar and sorted that afterwards. So
I bet.
yeah, I was writing the match bits. Yeah, I think that was one thing as well. I was writing all the stuff for the Lewes program for about the 4th consecutive time now in a pub in Hamburg on Saturday, and I thought, oh, that'd make a really nice little story, only for it to get called off again. I think, I'll have to write that program one more time. I feel like it's going to just be. I think someone's going to section me in it.
Have you got a date yet when it's rescheduled, or it ain't been sorted yet?
Nah, nothing yet. I mean, I'm assuming it'll be at some point, perhaps later next month, because I know we got Bray next week, midweek now, and then we got Horsham around the early part of March. So yeah, ironically, we're going to end up going to Lewes before they come to us. So it's what I think opening
Probably, yeah.
March. Yeah, so I can live with that. To be fair, I like an away day down there. So
yeah. No, it's a good one.
Yeah.
At Lewes is decent pubs there. So not as good as Hastings Old Town, but we're not going to a little dig in
definitely take you up on that next
Close
time.
enough, isn't it?
Well, if you don't win the title already, so.
Yeah. But listen, chaps, thanks for coming on. Rob, Aarron, John, Harvey, and Ian, thank you. Take care, lads, and see you at the game. Yeah, take care, lads.
Cheers.
Take care,
Thanks,
boys.
all.
See you later.
Yeah,